There is a war going on halfway around the world in a place called Armenia. It's over a disputed territory known as Artsakh. And what do we know about this? And what is America's role in trying to keep this from going into another genocide, which is one of the greatest fears of the Armenian-Americans here in the Los Angeles area? Of course, this is the area where the largest population outside of Armenia lives. And Vic Gerami, who's the editor and publisher of The Blunt Post, also heard on KPFK, is with me to talk a little bit about what's going on in Artsakh. Good morning, Vic. Nice to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Vic, tell me where we stand right now. I know there's been a lot of action. There's been several ceasefires brokered by people, but what's the status right now?
Unfortunately, I have no good news. The status is that Artsakh, also known as Nagorno-Karabakh, that's the old Soviet name, right, is basically being destroyed. There is a genocidal war and ethnic cleansing happening. Azerbaijan, for a year, planned this attack with the help of Turkey and has brought ISIS mercenaries as well as Syrian, Libyan, and Pakistani mercenaries, jihadists, to fight for them. A few of them who have been captured and interviewed have said that they were given $2,000 a month and $100 for every Armenian beheaded. Wow. So it's a very dire, barbaric situation there right now. Armenians of Artsakh are fighting for their life on their own ancestral homeland of millennia.
What are we doing as Americans? What is our government doing to assist in this? Because the last thing any part of the world needs is genocide.
Well, if we had a leader who was actually a leader, something would have been done, I think. But we now know that as far back as 2015, Donald Trump admitted that he had conflicts of interest with Turkey. He has 2 towers in Turkey. He's pals with Erdogan, president of Turkey. There's interest in Azerbaijan because it's an oil-rich country. And Trump and the State Department, Secretary Pompeo, have done zero. They've released one of their rhetoric statements that just says, we condemn this and both sides need to put their guns down, which is absurd. We have some incredible members of Congress who have been very loud and very aggressive in trying to stop the ethnic cleansing and the war. And those include Congressman Adam Schiff and Congressman Frank Pallone, Congresswoman Jackie Speer, Grace Napolitano, Brad Sherman, and many, many others who have called for sanctions against Azerbaijan and Turkey. Some have called to recognize Artsakh as its own independent republic, as it should be. Congressman Schiff was one of them. Anything to stop it. And so far, nothing has helped. Europe, which we thought would be quicker to do something, is really not that. There's no sense of urgency, except with France. President Macron has been incredible in his support. As people are dying, Armenia is being, Artsakh is being shelled constantly by cluster bombs, which are banned. And for the last week, they've used phosphorus, which is this white chemical powder that they blow up in the sky. And it comes down and burns literally entire forests and villages and kills everything in its path.
Your connection to that region, and for all of the people who live in this area that we know, must be heartsick when they see what's going on in their homeland. Tell me about that emotional component.
It's just difficult. This morning I was watching a video of this poor Armenian woman being interviewed who had to witness a beheading. I just can't fathom what that would feel like. There are cathedrals and churches in Artsakh that are over 1,000 years old, and Azerbaijan is targeting them and bombing them. One of them was bombed like 3 times. It's basically because they haven't yet been able to sort of penetrate through the entire country, they just want to destroy everything in its path.
Yeah, this is a terrible situation. I know that there's been some humanitarian aid sent from here through ANCA. Tell me a little bit about those efforts to help people there.
Sure. So many organizations have come together. ANCA, which is the Armenian National Committee of America, is a leading advocacy organization that's been very at the forefront of this. Mm-hmm. Most of the humanitarian aid goes through a different organization, which is Armenia Fund, which, by the way, has been helping Artsakh for several decades. Armenia Fund has arranged a lot of humanitarian aid. Turkey blocked a chartered plane from flying through its sky to bring humanitarian aid to Artsakh initially. So a lot of work has been done. In fact, I work with the Sargsyan brothers, who are the two co-founders of USA TV, a Glendale-based production and TV network.
I'm familiar with them, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So they basically wanted to get US media and international media to cover this more. So they approached my colleague, Nicole Muj, as I think you know her, mm-hmm. Nicole, to do something. And Nicole approached me, having seen what I'm doing, and I'm Armenian-American. So Nicole and I got involved, and we produced the first of a series of celebrity PSAs that say, I stand with Artsakh and Armenia. The first one came out a couple of weeks ago with Kim Kardashian and Serge Tankian from System of a Down, Begley Jr., and a few others. And the second one we're working on has Congressman Schiff and Sally Kirkland and a couple of other celebrities. Now, the following people are not in our PSAs, at least not yet, but Sean Penn has come out publicly and supported Mel Gibson and many artists and actors and musicians and athletes. Well, I think every little bit helps, because we're dealing with a country that people haven't even heard about. So there's a lot of education to be done.
Well, we certainly hope that this message gets out. BEONDTV, of course, is helping support that effort to get the word out through our distribution as well. And I wish you and your fellow countrymen and all those folks who are suffering in Armenia Godspeed, because this is a difficult time for them. And it's being done at a time where so much attention is pulled away from them that they're not able to be heard. And we hope that those voices are heard. Vic Gerami, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.